Well, moving on, we've got the Mirror now, and Roy Chubby Brown has been banned from Real Pavilion in the name of inclusivity. How is it inclusive to ban someone, Josh?
That's it. Roy Chubby Brown, he's 78, so he's probably not got that many I mean, he's also probably out of shape. I mean, he's called Roy Chubby Brown. He's not Roy and fit.
Roy Six-Pack Brown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's been pulled. He just did a gig, and his manager tried to book him in for the following year, and they said, actually, no, we don't fit together now and whatnot. And then fans have come out and said, look, I'll put a marquee up in my garden, and we'll fill it out. And that's not. Don't Roy Chubby Brown, please don't do a marquee gig. No one deserves that kind of.
I mean, Josh will do it, but Roy Chubby Brown.
I've done it, and I'm telling you, it's a painful experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting because 5-10 years ago, I got to be honest, I was a hypocrite, and I'd see these kind of things, and I'd go for someone like him who I don't feel like he's adapted his comedy, and I would be judgmental, and I would see it as this whole punching down and even racist and various other isms and whatnot.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Then you got red-pilled by Lewis
Schaefer.
Schaefer.
The point is that reading Andrew Doyle's book, Free Speech, and you start realising how you have to protect the people you don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
Because once their rights get taken, and then we're seeing people like Jerry Sadowitz, who I am a big fan of, and he gets cancelled, and then you're seeing various other people, and it gets closer and closer to home. So what I'm saying is I've learned a valuable lesson.
Right, yeah. And Nick?
Well, that's what free speech has always been about. Lewis Brandeis, the judge, who's actually a Democrat, progressive judge in the United States, said more speech was the solution. It has to be speech for people you don't approve of for it to mean anything. Otherwise, it's just puppies are good, But with this, I never knew so much of my job would be dedicated to defending Roy Chubby Brown. I defended him so many times now, it's getting ridiculous. But as you say, it's the opposite of inclusive. Like I said, their buzzwords always mean the opposite. Educate yourself means close your mind. Inclusive means exclude people.
Yeah.
And really, this is...
Diversity means one opinion.
Exactly. And it's anti-working class. It's anti the sort of general English tradition of humour and sort of, edgy or irreverent humour.
Well, yeah, we've seen when Roy Chubby Brown, in particular, has been banned before. Other venues have said, the council owned, and they said, Roy Chubby Brown doesn't reflect the values of, whatever council it is. And it's like, I don't want to see... I'm not paying 15 quid for a ticket to go and see local authorities' values being reflected. I want to see Roy Chubby Brown. I don't care about your values.
I guess I mean, there are people from that era, and we were just talking before, like Bobby Davro, who's been on this channel. I've gigged with him, and he has somewhat adapted. And is just as funny as he always was. Absolutely smashed the gigs that I've done with him. And he's of that time, but he's still a bit naughty, and he pushes it a bit here and there. But arguably, look, he's Roy Chubby Brown. He does what he does. I don't particularly like it, but again, I've learned now the lesson of you have to protect the things that.
Yeah, and his fans, and you said, it's not like my thing either, but his fans like it. So doesn't really need to adapt to be selling out tours, does he?
Yeah, absolutely. The ticket sales should speak for themselves.